This is the solution of first question of exercise 6.2. Okay, and you have been told this whole exercise is totally based on converse of BPT, that is converse of Thales theorem or Thales theorem also. So see this first question, and that is why you must have knowledge of converse of BPT as well as BPT, that is basic proportionality theorem, because whatever sum we are going to solve in this exercise is totally based on these two theorems. Okay, now see the solution of first question. How I have solved this question, it is very simple and I hope you can easily understand it. In the question it is given that DE is parallel to BC. See, DE is parallel to BC and we need to find EC. So in this regard you can see the figure here. This is the figure given, already given in question, and see DE, this line DE line is parallel, this DE line is parallel to BC. So in the BPT theorem, that is in basic proportionality theorem, we learned if a line is parallel to any one side of a triangle, it divides the other two sides in equal ratio. That means DE is dividing these two sides of a triangle AB and AC of triangle in equal ratio. So how will you write the ratio? In this way, come to the left part, AD upon BD, then AE upon EB, isn't it? So you can see I have written the same here, AD upon DB, AE upon AC. Now put the numerical value. AD, you can see it is already mentioned in figure. AD is 1.5 and DB is 3, AE 1, and we need to find this EC. So I did the same. What I did here in this step, I inserted all the values and go for cross multiplication. Cross multiplication, EC into 1.5 and 3 1 ja 3, in this way. So see, on solving, finally we are going to get 2 centimeter, and we got the result 2 centimeter. This is the solution of first question. I hope you have understood. Now come to the second question. Second question we can easily solve by using the same theorem, that is first theorem 6.1, Thales theorem. Here also the figure is given, already given in the question. This is the related figure, this is the figure, and DE, here also for this question also it is given DE is parallel to BC and we need to find AD, this side. So you can see for this figure AE measurement it is given 1.8, EC 5.4, DB 7.2, and finally we need to find AD. What will be the actual measurement for this part AD? So since DE is parallel to BC, so we can write ratio of this side in this way, AD upon DB will be equal to ratio of this part AE upon EC. So we did the same, and just you put the values whatever given in question, and finally you are going to get this measurement AD, and see answer it will be this will be the answer for this question, 2.4 centimeter. This is the answer, AD. Okay, now come to the question. This is first sub question of question number 2. In the main question, it is given to check whether EF, this line, whether EF is parallel to QR or not. That means you can see a line EF intersect PQ, this side PQ and PR at two distinct points, at point E and F.
And finally we are going to check whether EF is parallel to QR or not. So how will you check? When a line becomes parallel to one of the side of a triangle, recall that one, recall converse of BPT. A line will become parallel to any one side of a triangle if the same line divides the other two sides in equal ratio. That means we are going to check whether the ratio of this side is equal with ratio of this side or not. If we will get equal ratio of the both the side, that is this side, this side ratio, left hand side, how will you obtain? PE by EQ and PF upon FR. If the ratio of these two sides are equal, that means we can write EF will become parallel to QR. So see, first we calculated here PE upon EQ. That means we are finding the ratio of this part, PE upon EQ, or PE is to EQ. So see, since PE measurement it is given here 3.9, so we have written the same here, PE 3.9, and EQ it is given 3, so I have written here 3. You can cancel here, so finally you are going to get 1.3 by 1, or in the next step you can remove the decimal sign also by by putting 0 at denominator place. Now see, ratio of this part, PF upon FR, we calculated here, PF upon FR. PF, see in the question it is given PF 3.6, and what's about FR? FR it is given 2.4, so we have written the same here, 3.6 by 2.4. See, decimal placement at numerator and denominator place after one digit, so you can remove the decimal sign, so it will become 36 by 24. So both this number is divisible, both these numbers are divisible by 12. 12 2s are 24 and 12 3s are. So ratio for this side ratio we got 3 is to 2, and this side ratio, left hand side ratio, we got 13 by 10 or 1.3 by 1. So see, from our calculation we got these two ratios are not equal, so we can write the this EF line is not parallel with QR. We have written C. That means in every question you need to check whether EF will be parallel to QR or not, whether EF will be parallel to QR or not. So see the next question. Next question, try to solve yourself. This is our question. PE and diagram for C. All this sub question diagram it will remain the same. This diagram. In this diagram again you need to check whether EF is parallel to QR or not, and different part measurement. See, PE for this second sub question, PE measurement 4, QE 4.5, PF 8 and RF 9. So hope you can solve it yourself, and I would like to show the solution. It is very simple, and the same way, just like this first solution, you can find out the ratio of each part, that is left part ratio and as well as right part ratio, this. So see, PE upon EQ we have written here, we calculated the ratio of PE upon EQ. In the same way, PF upon RF, and see, in both cases I have got equal ratio. That is why if you are getting equal ratio of both hand side, the same line the same line EF, this line EF will become parallel to QR, hasn't it? See, like this you will have to write this. Since in this case for second question we got, see, ratios are equal 8 by 9, 8 by 9. That is why we can write by converse of BPT or by converse of Thales theorem, EF will become parallel to QR.
And this is the solution for the third question, and almost the solution process is same as we did in the previous sum. Okay, but a little, this question is a little different from the previous one. In the previous question, the I would like to show you, in previous question, this part, length of this part, it was given PE, and the actual measurement of this part PE and EQ, it was given in the question. In the same way, come to the right hand side, PF, it was also given, FR also given. So if the length of this part were given in the question, we can easily find out the ratio of this part as well as this part, isn't it? But in this question, how it is different? In this question, full length of PQ, the full length of side PQ as well as the full length of side PR, it is given in the question. And moreover, the length of this side, the length of the part of this side, that is PE and PF, it is given in the question. So in order to find the ratio, as you know, if the ratios of this part, left part, if it is equal with the ratio of the right part, then only we can say EF will become parallel to QR, isn't it? But see here, as in the question, the full length of side PQ it is given and PE it is given. So first step, we need to find the length of, actual length of this part QE. So how can we get the length of QE? From this full part, from the full part, we need to subtract the length of PE. Then you can get the actual length of QE. In the same way, from this full length of this side PQ, if you subtract the length of this part PF, you will get FR. So same we did.
So you can see here, so I did the same here. In order to obtain EQ, actual length of part EQ, what I did, I have subtracted the length of PE part from the whole part PQ. And see, since the full length of side of side PQ of triangle PQR, it is given 1.28 centimeter. So we are subtracting 0.18 centimeter from 1.28, and hence we'll get the length of EQ, which is 1.10 centimeter. In the same way, in order to obtain the actual length of part FR, we are subtracting the PF from the whole, from the side PR. PR it is given in question 2.56, and we are subtracting 0.36 from it, and you will get the same, you will get the 2.20 centimeter. Now it will be easy for us to calculate the ratio. See, left hand side ratio, that is left side ratio, PE upon EQ. What we did here, we put the value here, and finally we got 9/55. Okay, in the same way, right hand side ratio, that is PF upon FR, we put the value PF. See, PF it is given in the question 0.36, and FR just from the calculation we got 2.20, so we put this value at denominator place. And since see, in the both numerator and denominator, decimal exists after 2 digits, so in the next step no need of showing the decimal. So fraction, it will become 36 by 220, which is divisible by 4. So we cancelled here in this step, and we got the ratio 9/55. Now see, left hand side ratio is matching with the right hand side ratio. What does it mean? It means the side, this C figure, we got ratio of these two part equal, isn't it? We got left hand side ratio is equal with right hand side ratio. That means this EF is parallel to QR by converse of BPT. So see, since the ratio is equal, so EF is parallel to QR. This is the solution for the third question. But see, in this question you need to calculate the a little calculation is required in this part. See here also. Then go for finding the ratio of either side of the triangle.